years ago, when I started exploring how to better understand the power of narratives, I came across a concept, a very powerful concept that changed the way I look at this work. And it's the concept of framing. Framing is how we understand reality, how we present reality, how we perceive it, how we make sense of it, and how we do that for our advantage or to balance the situation. Framing literally comes from framing something. If you think about a picture, the way you frame a picture can change the meaning of the picture. It can drastically bring a different reality to the object you have in the picture. Not only if you have a camera and you frame things differently, like if I show this to you or this, or if you only see half of my face, what you may perceive will completely change. But not only this, but the context around it. Say you have a new picture and you just framed it, and you're going to look for a place to put it somewhere in your house. The position of this picture, the positioning in your house will literally change what you see on this picture. Maybe subtle things, maybe not drastically different, but maybe subtle things. The light will be different, the perspective, the angle, and what ties with it around it will make it look better or worse. That's where the concept of framing comes from. So that's the literal practical definition of it. But in strategy and communication, framing is everything. If I start a meeting and I just jump into what my product and my offer is, and I give you all the details and the specs and the attributes and the benefits, I don't give you time to appreciate it in your context, right? And that's unfortunately what most business leaders, what most people in business I've observed do. They just want to get to what is it that they have to offer. Why is that? Why do we want to jump into this? Maybe it's because of fear. Maybe it's because it's a reflex. Maybe we don't even realize it. Maybe we think that this is what everybody else does, so we have to repeat the same. That's tradition, right? We have been taught to talk about the what. What is it that I have to pitch you? What is it that I have to sell you? What is it that you want to buy from me? And this brings a lot of tension in our relationships. Instead, I want you to start by consciously and very clearly set the frame for your product. I want you to resist the temptation to just jump into your product, but set the context for it. And for instance, we might want to first discuss what we are here to accomplish, what this conversation is about. And then you might want to spend some time describing and reframing your understanding of the context of the business relationship we are in. Maybe there are some important events, there are some important dynamics going around the company that are really essential to understand, because they're going to determine why your product matters more than anything else today. If you don't do that, you just kill your chances to present your idea in a format, in a reality that makes people excited to work with you, that makes people excited to know more. Framing is essential because it's the way we value what you have to offer. Really, that's it. And I'd rather see you in a 10-minute conversation use half or even 2/3 of the conversation to frame what is it and why this matters before you get into the what. If you start with why your offer matters first, then people will want to know more about it. They will increase their desire, their appetite to know more. So think about this. Framing is a crucial thing. It's also it's a very simple complex to explain, but it's a difficult art to actually master. Why is that? It's because when you come into a conversation, we human beings want to impose our frame. We come at something with a frame of reference. Our natural instinct will want to control a conversation with the way we see the world, with our viewpoint, with our worldview, in fact. There you go. That's the frame we bring to the table when we come into a conversation, a business conversation, whether this is a negotiation, a presentation, just an open discussion. And we do this with our language, with our body, with our ideas, with the way we dress, where we are. I mean, if you even look here, what do you see on this frame, on this video? You see me wearing this black jacket with actual frames. And there you go. You have another definition for what the frames are. It's really what is going through my frames. You see this here, and I deliver a perception of somebody that hopefully I show up authentically. This is how I dress every day. And so that frame here contributes to how you're going to accept and welcome the information I'm giving you here in this video. So I hope this is helpful, and I hope you continue to really, again, stop and resist the temptation to just go into the object at hand, and take your time to frame the conversation and see how it's going to bring more value before you get into just the heart and the what of the conversation, of the business conversation, if it's about your product. In other videos, I explain and I give you more detail about the model that I put together called the Strategic Narrative Canvas. And this canvas actually has a frame with 4 dimensions. And if you haven't checked it out yet, it's available in my on my website and in my ebook and other videos that you can see. For instance, on my YouTube channel, I talk about a system of stories, and you see that framework. So if you're interested, check out those videos, because they have a series of frames that you can really put together and use to really understand where you are in your strategic narrative. I hope this is helpful, and good luck reframing all the conversations for the benefits of the people you serve and for your benefits as well, and your company. Thank you. I wish you well.